The weather, it's unpredictable. It's unyielding. It's, well, put a lot of shit snow there. I have a weather station here. I bought this lacrosse one at Costco. And I spent like $60 on it. And it's not bad. It looks like that. That's better. There's exactly what it looks like. Little solar thing on it. And here's the screen for it. And you can see the weather and the direction, and you can recall the wind and everything. I think I unboxed this at some point. It also apparently just got unplugged, which is fantastic. It also says that the date is Tuesday, February 25th, and that's not the date or the time. And it also doesn't tell me the forecast because the app is garbage. So I have that weather station. I don't hate it, but the app doesn't work, so it doesn't update anything. It's broken. And then the other thing you could look at is like this. My father got me a weather station because apparently I bought myself one. My father's like, you need one for Christmas. So he sent me this Accurite 5-in-1 weather station, which looks like this. And it's got a little bubble level and another solar thing, and it's gigantic because apparently it measures the rainfall. And these, like that's, I'm like, all right, I'll put it up in another part of my house. But then I get an email from a company called WeatherFlow. And they're like, hey, we have a weather station. I'm like, all right, sell me on this because I already have two. Well, it literally took like one journey. One, hey, we have example ones of these set up and you could log into the web interface and look at the weather using this thing. And I am fucking this, and this is not a cheap one. The one I bought was $60. I don't know how much my father paid for that one. Probably not more than that. And this one is over $300. So, Zeos, how much better can it be? And holy shit, just for the software, it's worthwhile. So let's pull it out. This has Rimuru Tempest. The Rimuru Tempest weather system from WeatherFlow. Step one, don't look like a terrible thing. That's what that looks like. My father's one is like, I love my dad, but he occasionally buys me crap. And you know what this doesn't look like? Doesn't look like weird crap. So we've got, I'm not 100% sure what these are. And then this has got a lock and an unlock. So that unlocks. And then it does lock. And you have a 1/4-20 mount. And here's an on-off. And then there's pins here to charge. The one thing you're going to notice, because I did a little bit of research, just a baby tiny bit of research into this before it arrived, which I usually do. This is one of the few products I'm actually excited to review. So here is what looks like the Wi-Fi hub, the WeatherFlow hub, yes. So I think this sits in your home, plugged into the wall with this Rimuru Tempest thing, which is just a USB. It's not a C. It's not a C, I have to complain. I think this is your interface with that. And you put this inside the house pointing at it. And then we've got one large screw. What are you? Show me what you've got. Oh, this is going to be the adapter for the bottom. Yes, this is what I was expecting it to come with on the bottom, but it has the option. So this, wow, it's one of these, will take a 1-inch PVC pipe that you buy at Lowe's or Home Depot, and you slice the end off, or you just get a hammer and you hammer it into the ground somewhere out in a fucking field, and then you slide it into the, slide this over it, slide this into it, and then it'll literally tighten the collar and squeeze down. And then this can also mount to this, like that. I kind of wish they had a push button lock. I mean, I don't think it's going to blow over or blow off. Oh, so here's the first thing. One of the reasons I was like, yes, I want to do this review now, right now. Because these things, I think these things are inaccurate. Because I literally have the one out there on the porch, the one that I think is a better unit. And the way these work is the cup catches the wind and this side fights against the wind and it flows through it. So it doesn't quite spin as fast as, and it's like, I think it's just, it doesn't do justice. This shit, this is science, bro. It literally, and there's some dirt on this. I think it's just, like this cardboard is shedding. The wind goes through here and it just detects the wind in the speed and direction up to 100 miles an hour. It just knows that the wind is flowing through it in a certain way. And that's it. Magic, fucking magic science. Sold. Maybe that's what maybe actually, you know what? These are the shades to protect the sensors. So this must be, does this detect rain or is this solar? Doesn't look like solar. I don't know. It doesn't look like a complicated fucking weather station, right? Do we agree to that? Can we concur on that statement? I can do a quarter 20 on it and just set up on a tripod if I wanted to. So that's it for the hardware. There's no switches except for the on-off switch here and what looks to be like a charge controller or a 4-point thing. That might be for them because I don't have any interfaces with that. Although I will read. And then this thing is like, it's amazing what this is. And I'm going to show you why. Because now we're going to switch to this part of the review. Ha-ha! So wherever this upper western drive thing is, like this is the actual test weather station. Pasta, I'm going to ask you to link to this. So just ask me. I sent it to Dan so I could send it to you. And it's just like, all right, here it is. Wherever we are, it's 56. I wish it was 56. It's clear. There's low wind. The UV rating is 3. The millibars, the percentage of humidity, so all this shit. And it shows you the previous dates and what's coming up based on actual predictions by weather services and this. So if we scroll down, we can see current conditions based on that. The dew point, the station pressure, the brightness in lux. It just changed. So you know if it's sunny out or cloudy or overcast. We could see solar radiation in watts per M2. I have no idea. I've never had to look at rain accumulation. So it'll measure rain accumulation somehow. I don't know. We've got rain duration, rain accumulation yesterday and duration yesterday. Lightning last detected. It will detect the unit, not like some fucking, it's just using the web app. It will detect lightning. Within like 50 miles, it just knows if lightning is happening. Lightning detected distance. Lightning detected in the last 3 hours. Wet bulb temperature. No idea what that means, but apparently this one's at 42. The Delta T, I love Delta T. In fact, I love all brands of tea. Wait, probably something else. 14 degrees Fahrenheit, and the air density, which actually I'm interested in probably the most, because this will measure air density. Because when you're having like a hard time breathing, the air is more dense, and if I can measure air density with that, I can bring that up in my video I'm going to make on how listening to speakers in cold weather sounds better. It's a thing. University of California in Santa Cruz. That's where this is. Anyway, let's go to the fun part. Want to click something? Let's click the wind. Here are the larger stats. We've got the temperature, the thing, the wind, roof, pool. Actually, I think we're in like some sort of, he's got multiple linked together. The UV index on the roof, the UV index by the pool, the millibars in both those places, the battery voltages of the unit, because it self-charges, I believe. And now if I click on the wind here, I'm sold. I'm fucking sold. Average gust and lull. So there's your gusting wind. It's gusting up to 14. Actually, I can just hover my mouse over it. This is exactly at 10:35 a.m. We gusted up to, that one. Gusted to 14.5 miles an hour. And if we want to zoom this out, we can zoom this way out. Way out. There's all of January 2021 every day where the wind was. Or we could zoom it way in. Way in. How in? How fucking in are we? Actually that's every minute interval of where the wind was plotted on a graph. And this is just the wind speed on the roof. You want to do that with everything? Everything? Okay, here you go. Here's the pool temperature. Let's zoom out. Let's go to like nighttime. How cold was it last night? That's actually it's California, so it never gets cold. I don't want to move to California. I like East Coast sensibilities. But oh my fucking God, to have it like the coldest it looks like it was here was 37 degrees. That's not bad. But it's mild with the dew point. What else do we want to look at? The UV index, millibars, where's brightness? I love how, and there's a no observation of lightning in the current period. Oh, too bad. Where was my other thing? History. Let's go to history. Want to see the relative humidity, the average temperatures? The average temperature was 47 degrees with a high of 56. Oh, I miss spring. Wind 12 miles an hour, strike, no lightning, solar radiation just up and down like a mofo. And this has two of them in line, the roof and the pool, and you can see the averages of each. And this is all available also on your phone. If I buy a weather station, it'll take me here. This is also available on Amazon, Pasta. Make sure you link to Amazon. I just wanted to show the demo of it. Yeah, everything you're seeing there, all the graphs. Oh, it's going to tell me what it's about. So the light sensor, the haptic rain sensor with rain onset, duration, intensity, and accumulation is the actual whole top of it. Don't know how. The sonic wind sensor, which continuous wind and direction every 3 seconds, it'll measure it. It'll measure it every 3 seconds, and it'll mark it on the thing every minute with an average, I think. We've got pressure sensors and sea level pressure, temperature and humidity with integration radiation shield, good. Lightning sensor is the thing. Those are solar panels. I've never seen like roughed up solar panels. I guess I should point that in the direction of the sun. Totally wireless with super long range wireless connection. We'll test that here because I got 10 acres to test that on. And 1-inch pole mount or flat base. It's like, this is the perfect weather station because it doesn't look stupid. Like, I mean, I don't want to have 19 of them on my property, but I think if you're going to have one, this is the least bad looking one I've ever seen. And I'm super jazzed about getting it working. Super jazzed. How jazzed? Super jazzed. Super jazzed. So yeah, no, I'm going to go, shit, I got to buy a 1-inch pipe. That's the only thing it doesn't, they actually sell a kit if you don't want to go out and buy a PVC pipe and hammer it into your ground, which I would recommend taking a saw and cutting it on a 45-degree angle and then hammering the crap into the ground. If you don't want to do that, they do sell a mounting kit for it. So yeah, no, I love how it's like, this is your mount. Here it is, 1 screw. You could just choose to screw and then it'll just go whoop. Will this go in here? Are you supposed to drop it through the top? How are you supposed to do this? Where does the screw go? Oh yeah, the screw literally slides in this way and then you screw it down into a thing. So I could just screw this to a 4x4. That's you know what? I don't think I've ever seen a mounting system that is quite that simple. So you get the screw in there and then you could reach your screwdriver in there and then you could just go. Ugh, wrong way. Hold on. There it is. So yeah, no, I wouldn't even think that this is like a $300+ weather station. It just looks like something. And I'd probably put it, my biggest problem with my current station is I barely get reception from here. Here's where the unit is. And this is it. This is what you get. You get the screen. There is an app, but it hooks to this thing. So my unit is literally there. Do you see it? Spinning on the very last thing. I'm going to leave it there, and we're going to compare and contrast. The problem with having a unit like that is if I didn't mount it in the middle of nowhere, the house is affecting the wind flow and everything, and it can't judge, well, it doesn't judge rain anyway. It doesn't even have that option. Just does pressures and shit. So that range, this will occasionally blink out. It's like 20 feet away. There's a wall in the way, but it should still work. And that one, with its little repeater, I can put that repeater just, you know, in front of a window somewhere and buried away, or in my bedroom and put the thing way out in the hill, somewhere where there's no house nearby. Just don't hit it with a tractor. How nice the sun looks in my, remember when I melted my girlfriend's face into my thing and now there's just plastic stuck all over it? We'll get to that later. Anyway, this has been my excited unboxing for the Tempest weather system by WeatherFlow. Because some things people said to me and I'm like, all right, whatever. But I now have not 1, not 2, but now 3 weather stations to compare against. And if it blows my mind, like I'm just interested about the lightning strike. Like what's the lightning strike going to tell me? It's going to give me nightmares. Oh, here's the screen thing for the one my father bought, the Accurite. Yeah, no screen thing with this. It's just apps because the future is now, old man. The future is now. See you tomorrow. Don't forget to check out the P secret link.